Hi, I am Kumari, and I'm still on vacation at a beautiful lakeside bungalow here in North Carolina, but I couldn't wait to tell you. I'm so excited about teaching Awakening to Animal Communication again that I wanted to share some stories with you that hopefully will help you understand what is truly possible when we open up this amazing gift or ability to connect telepathically with all life. So I thought I'd share some amazing and surprising animal communications that have happened to me with my clients over the last 25 years or more. The first one that pops to mind that I think is really amazing was quite a while ago. I got a call from a woman who had a cat who was uh, very close to death. She had stopped eating for many days. She had been to at least 2 or 3 veterinarians who did all sorts of tests, and they found nothing. They couldn't find a single thing wrong with the kitty. And yet she had stopped eating and wasn't moving and seemed to be dying very slowly and definitely. And so I felt that as well when I connected. We were on the phone, and I began to tune in to how the cat was feeling and what she was thinking. And I asked what was the issue, and she didn't really give me much of a feeling at all, but I got this very specific and precise thought. And the thought was 12 is really old for a cat. And it was so clear and so precise. It was like what I call direct dictation. It wasn't a feeling that I then had to translate into words or concepts or language. It was very precise words, which is very unlike an animal. They don't think like we do. They often think in pictures or feelings or a combination of words and thoughts and feelings. So I questioned whether this came from the cat or perhaps it came from someone else, which I assumed would be the woman's thought. I said, this is the phrase I'm getting. Do you happen to think 12 is old? Because I have many clients who have cats in their 20s living healthfully. And so she said, no, I believe like you do. This is middle age. This is prime time. I don't believe. That wasn't me. I never said that. So I said, okay, maybe someone else might have said that. No. Nobody thinks like that. I don't know where that came from. And so I let it go because I thought, well, I can be wrong. Maybe what I got wasn't exactly it. And so I let go. I went back, took a breath, I cleared my mind and my body and asked again for any information that would help me help the woman save this cat. And again, all I got was 12 is really old for a cat, period. So I went back and I said, I'm getting the same thought again. It doesn't sound like her thought. So are you sure nobody around you would say something like that? Maybe she got the wrong idea and thought this is her time to die. I'm just trying to understand how that connects. And she again said, no, not possible. Nothing I have been thinking. So a third time, I get quiet. I start over again. I ask the cat, please help me help you understand what's going on. Again, that's all I got. 12 is really old for a cat. So I came back and I said, ma'am, this is all I'm getting. Rack your brains. Maybe somebody else, a neighbor. And she went, oh my gosh, Kumari, a couple weeks ago, I had a neighbor in for tea. And sure enough, it was the cat's birthday. And she asked me several times how old the cat was. And I told her 12. And she said, wow, 12 is really old for a cat, right? So she had just completely forgotten this because it wasn't even her belief. She didn't believe what this one, but somewhere this thought form was sitting in the space and the cat took it in, maybe didn't understand it fully, but understood it enough to think, that's it. I guess I'm dying. I'm really old. And she literally just surrendered to this idea that was perhaps not fully understood. And so when we finally found the source of the comment and realized it wasn't the cat at all, but the cat had thought it was truth, it was some kind of truth, we were able to rectify that. We were both very, very clear that 12 was just midway. And I said, just think of so many thoughts about animals, cats especially, who've lived way beyond 12. And I told her 3 stories of my own clients whose cats were in their 20s. And by the time I finished those 3 stories, it was more truthful than 12 was really old, which really wasn't didn't have actual truth. The woman believed it, but it wasn't a truth. And so we replaced that thought with something more truthful and more accurate. And we held that space for the kitty to decide that she wasn't dying, perhaps, and to fully understand how that other woman could be wrong. And that wasn't something she had to take in as truth. So this was an amazing turnaround. This was a 1-session healing, if you will, from a deeper understanding of some of the things that get miscommunicated, and the way that animal communication can tap into that and help perhaps set the story straight. So luckily the cat decided, myself and her person were way more truthful about 12 being a very healthy, ripe age and many more years to come. And sure enough, we asked her for a sign. I said, if you are taking this in and you truly understand this, we'd love to see you eating. And she got off the call and emailed me that the cat had started eating again and seemed fine, was back to her normal self. So I thought that was an amazing example of how things get sometimes communicated and then miscommunicated and not fully understood by our animal friends, especially the ones that live with us. They can open up to a lot of our languaging and thought processes. And sometimes we need to explain things a little better. So hopefully that might spur you to think about perhaps things you say in front of your animals and clean it up in ways that will be more beneficial and helpful, and help them live long and happy and healthful lives with the truth of what's possible. Thank you very much for sharing this moment with me, and hopefully that's given you some food for thought. It certainly woke me up in many ways. Namaste. And if you'd like more information on how you can begin to uncover this gift for yourself, you can go to kumarihealing.com. And specifically, I'll be teaching soon Awakening to Animal Communication, a course, an online course. So there's also many other offerings that will help you unwrap your intuitive and healing and animal communication gifts. So wonderful to chat with you today, and hope to see you soon on one of these places, YouTube channel or my site, kumarihealing.com. Take care. Bye for now.